Hey everyone, I hope that you guys are doing amazing wherever you are. I wanted to share something that's kind of going on with me right now, and it is Saturday here. It's a rainy day, it's beautiful. I get to sit in my home and get to work, and I'm so lucky. And I get to watch the rain come down. And you know how tropical rain is? It just kind of pours like magic. It just downpours like crazy, and you're thinking to yourself, how did this much rain get into the atmosphere? I mean, what the hell? And it pours and pours and pours, and all of a sudden, boom! It's like a switch kind of goes off and it stops, and everything's clean, everything's calm, and everything is quiet. And all of a sudden, you can actually hear yourself thinking, and you hear everything that's going on around you. And it's such a magical thing. I love tropical rains. If you guys have never experienced it, please go somewhere where you can. So I'm sitting here, and I think I've talked about this before, but maybe I haven't. I'm working on my membership site right now, and I'm so excited because I get to build this community of people in a way that I've dreamt of for so long. For so long, guys. I've been thinking about this for so long. I wanted to create a community. At first, I thought it would be offline. I thought that it would be a yoga community where I'd have a studio and people would come and do yoga with me, and then afterward they'd sit and chat about all these different things, and we'd sit around the campfire sort of thing, and we'd talk about stuff that was interesting, and I'd meet all these amazing people and my tribe, and I imagined it like that, right? But then I started discovering the digital nomad world and freedom and independence and all that stuff, and I was like, I can't do an offline community because it will really restrict me in my location. And so now I've been thinking about doing an online community, and I'm looking at all the online communities out there, and I'm so inspired by it because there's an online community for everything. There's the Green Thumb Club for people who like to do gardening. There is the e-course adventure, the great e-course adventure for people who want to build an e-course. There's Screw the 9 to 5 for people who want to screw the 9 to 5. So, I wanted to build my own community based on things that I'm interested in, right? Things that I really care about, things that I want to talk about on a daily basis with people that care about it as well, right? It's not going to be everyone. Maybe it'll be a very minuscule, tiny portion of this world, and that's totally fine. I don't want the entire world in there, right? It's not going to be Facebook. I want my tribe to be there with me, chatting about all these things, sharing all this knowledge with me that I'm just a newbie myself, right? I'm still learning. So I want them to share all this knowledge with me, telling me about all the stuff that's going on with them, right? But it's so funny because I've been kind of doing really well with imposter syndrome till now. Like, I've been kind of pushing courses out and not feeling it, writing a lot and not feeling it, doing a podcast and not feeling it, because I'm in the comfort zone with those things, right? I've done it for a while and I'm good with it and I'm fine. I don't feel anything. As soon as I start thinking about the membership site, though, ba-doom, 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 boom, my heart starts beating. I'm sure that's not how it sounds. It starts beating really fast, and I'm so scared all of a sudden. I have all this fear and doubt and anxiety in me, and I just feel I'm taking all these deep breaths because I feel overwhelmed and scared. Even though I'm taking it really slow, it's because I'm pushing myself out of my comfort zone. And even though it's really good for me, for sure, I want to keep on doing this because it's important, and it's so important to me. I'm gonna do it, obviously. But it's pushing me out of my comfort zone, guys, and it's so scary. And that's the reason I need to do this video, right? Because I want to share with you guys that so many people message me saying, you're so brave, you do all these videos, you're so brave, you do this podcast, or you write, or whatever it might be. And I always message them back saying that, guys, I'm not brave. I'm not brave. I've done all these things, so I'm used to it, so it's easy. So I don't feel fear anymore. But I feel fear all the time. And this is an example of it. What's the fear about? Well, of failing. Falling flat on my freaking face. Falling flat and all of a sudden realizing that I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. And no one on this planet understands where I'm coming from. And everyone hates my project. And no one signs up. And I'm sitting there twiddling my thumbs in the corner, crying to myself because I spent so much time on it and it fell flat. That's my fear. Or having it come true, that my vision actually comes true and I am successful with it. And then what? This is my dream. This has been my dream for so long. And then if I reach it, then what's going to happen? What am I going to do then? I'm going to sit around and twiddle my thumbs in the corner and cry. Hopefully not. So So this is what it is, right? It's all about fear and overcoming it and kind of pulling yourself out of comfort zone, pushing, pushing, pushing. And the reason I wanted to do this video so much is because I'm sitting here on a beautiful Saturday, right? It's raining outside, and all I could think of all day long was how much I don't want to work on my membership site. Not because I don't love working on it. As soon as I start working on it, I'm like, oh my God, this is so much fun. I want to do it. Yay, I get to do this stuff. I'm so lucky, right? But before it, I'm thinking to myself, why am I even bothering with this stuff? Like, why? It's not going to be a success anyways. Or if it's a success, then what's the big deal, right? What is the big deal? Am I changing the world? What am I doing here? Like, what's a big deal if I actually do this, right? And so I'm kind of talking myself out of it. I'm talking to myself and being critical. I'm talking to myself and saying all these mean things. I'm talking to myself and saying, what's wrong with you? Why do you care? Why are you doing this stuff? You're good right now. Like, literally, all the things I'm doing right now, I could just keep on doing them, and I'm totally fine with that, right? But what's the fun in that, right? I'm in my comfort zone with all that stuff, and I'm good at it, and I don't feel anything, and there's no pressure, and I don't feel fear or doubt or anxiety. I do it every single day, and I'm on the path, and it's totally fine and dandy. But we need to push ourselves as human beings, right? We need to do that. Because then what? What are we going to do? We're just going to sit around and get high and, think about all the successes that we had in the past. I mean, what does it matter? Like, what are we going to do from then onwards, right? And so it always has to be a constant renewal and growth, constant coming out of your comfort zone, right? So it's a mountain, obviously, or it's a quest, or whatever you want to call it. But you take a few steps forward, and then, you think to yourself, oh, I'm doing so well, I'm so awesome, blah, blah, blah. And then something comes across your viewpoint and you think, I could do that. That might be interesting for me to try. But I have to take a few steps backwards in order to do that. Am I willing to do that? Am I willing to take those few steps backwards? And that's the question we have to ask ourselves every single time we take on a new project, right? Because at first, you're not going to be a master at it. At first, you're going to be completely crap at it. And also, you're going to hate yourself. I'm not good at this stuff. I'm not good at this membership stuff yet, right? I'm learning, and all of this new plugins I have to learn, all these new softwares I have to learn, all this new way of doing things I have to learn. I mean, I'm doing videos, but I'm kind of working with a new paradigm for myself. I'm thinking to myself, well, if I'm doing it anyways, why don't I do something different? Why don't I try something different? Why not, right? Why not? I get this opportunity to start something amazing. Let's do something really funky with it, yeah? And so I've already done these videos. I could sit down and do these videos and create a membership site, and that's easy. That's staying in my comfort zone. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to push myself out of there, right? I've been spending way too much time in there. I need to constantly be pushing myself. And so this is what I'm doing right now. But what it does to me is it brings up all of this stuff in me, all this imposter syndrome stuff, all this stuff about you're not good enough, you don't know what you're talking about, you're never going to make it, no one's going to buy your product, everyone's going to hate you. Your parents are going to laugh at you, and they're going to be ashamed of you. Your parents' friends are going to laugh at you, and they're going to make your parents feel ashamed of you. Your siblings are not going to want to spend any time with you. Your friends are going to all leave you. All of that stuff, right? All of that stuff is coming up for me right now. Why am I sharing it with you guys? Because I want to share the fact that just because it looks easy from the outside, there's so many entrepreneurs building all these amazing things, and it might look easy from the outside. It's not, guys. It's not. It's filled with a lot of stuff, a lot of emotions, fears, anxieties, doubts, a lot of imposter syndrome, a lot of emotions, a lot of things that you're thinking to yourself that you want to quit every single time. Every few minutes I'm thinking to myself, what am I doing here? I don't know what I'm doing. And I have to pull myself back every single time and say, no, I can do this. You can do this, Shikha. Keep at it. Keep at it. You know this is your dream. You know you wanted to do this for the longest time. I know you can do it. Keep at it, keep at it, keep at it, keep at it, right? And so I go back and do a little bit more work, and then I always feel again, I'm like, oh God, what am I doing here? I don't know what I'm doing. Do I really have to do this? Everything is going fine. Do I have to really start this new thing? And I'm like, wringing my hands like that. I'm like, oh yeah. And then I convince myself again. I'm like, no, Shikha, you could do this. This is your dream, and it's worth it. Even if no one signs up, even if everyone hates you, this is something that you need to do, because you need to do it for yourself. You're doing it because you need to be able to look at yourself in the mirror and respect yourself and trust yourself. And if you don't, if you give up on this dream of yours, that you're not going to be able to respect yourself and you will not be able to trust yourself. So you need to do this. And so every few minutes, every few days, I convince myself. And again, I have a really great mastermind group around me and a lot of amazing support around me. My parents, my family, my siblings, my friends, everyone around me is so awesome. They're always supporting me, right? And so I'm lucky that way. But still, despite all that stuff, it has to come from within me. All of this stuff has to come from within me. Everyone else can support me. But if I'm sitting by myself in my room and producing stuff or writing stuff, it has to be me who pushes myself, right? It cannot be someone else. No one is going to be able to do that for me. And so I have to be able to be saying to myself, I have to be able to convince myself, this is what you're supposed to be doing. Just relax and do it. Slowly but surely you will get there, right? I hope this makes sense to you guys. I hope that just the fact that I've shared this with you will help you perhaps in your own journey of getting out of your comfort zone, pushing yourself, and becoming that best version of yourself. All of us are trying to be that, right? I hope that you guys will consider joining my team at patreon.com/boomshikha. If not, talk to you guys next time around. Bye for now.